Today we're going to be paint matching the damaged carbon fiber hood of my car. Over the past few months, I've tried a couple different budget fixes for this, wet sanding it, re-clearing it, but there's just a bunch of cracks in it that won't go away. And we're also going to be tidying up a couple other things that are missing in the front end and adding a couple nice little touches to finish it up. Today we're going to find out if painting your car by yourself is actually worth it, or if this is an activity you should probably leave to the pros. Only one way to find out. Welcome to today's video. Got it like halfway in there. I'm just gonna go. There's a bunch of cracks and defects on this hood that I have to sand down and refill with some glazing putty. And I also picked up these arrow catches. So these are gonna replace the hood pins here. And these have a bunch of spiderweb cracks coming off. And notice how the shape's different. I'm gonna have to lay out where these go. I'm gonna have to drill these off first. Then we're gonna lay out where these go. Then we'll go and sand and do all the spot filling on all the cracks and stuff, because hopefully we don't generate any more when we drill the holes for these. I might have just jinxed myself. Like one more. Yeah, but you see, I just painted over these ones. These are like a $16 kit from Advanced Auto. Not the nicest, and then they also self-tap into the carbon, which is kind of annoying. These new ones have a sandwich plate that fastens with hardware, so it'll be much more secure. We have to cut through the carbon and the clamshell to put these on. Oh boy. One trip to Walmart later, we got a hyper tough 1.5 amp rotary tool for $32. Full kit, comes with a bunch of pieces too. This should do the job. I am a kind of guy where I buy the cheap version of the tool and I use it until it breaks, and then that can warrant buying the expensive one. Gonna finish taping this off, plug this in, and then we'll start cutting this. I'm absolutely terrified. This is gonna be, I don't like this. Got to figure out how this works, and then Oh my God. Sorry to interrupt today's video, guys, but after I finished filming this, somebody hit and run my car. It's dented. And the ironic part is, today's sponsor is a dash cam company. So that's where all the ad. The sponsor of today's video is Redtiger. They sent me their new F17 Elite dash cam. I'm always looking for something to protect my assets and myself in the case of an accident. And this thing is great because it has night vision, it has 24/7 protection, and it's easy to install. You get the main unit with the front-facing camera, the screen, and the rear-facing camera. Then you also get a rear-facing camera that you can wire up in the back of your car. It utilizes just the regular DC out with USB-C, a cable to marry the two cameras together from the front to the rear one. All you have to do is download the Redtiger Cam app on your phone, make an account, link it, and then these also take SD cards. It holds up to a 512 gigabyte SD card to store all your video on. This install literally took minutes. You stick the camera to it, neatly run your cables, and plug in the cable. It's that simple. That was super fast, super easy. Took me like 5 minutes and we're done. Just gotta hook it up to the app and link it and test it out. All right, so cutting these hood latches out took me a little bit, like 6 or 7 hours. I wanted to be precise. Now we gotta clean up some of the cracks and stuff throughout the hood. I'm using some of this, and I think I'm gonna actually use this rotary tool again to like cut a little groove into that big crack so we can get this glazing putty like down into it, the surface. So now we're just gonna start, I'm gonna start sanding and prepping this to do the glazing putty. Now I'm gonna try and cut into these. We'll see what happens. This could be a really good idea, or this could be a really bad idea. It's hard to see it, but now we got a little V groove in there. Hopefully that prevents that from coming back, like vibrating over time and re-cracking. That was either a good idea or a horrible idea, and we won't find out until we're done. me trying to make this as perfect as I can because I know if I don't take my time here that it's going to show up in the final result. I've been doing this for like 3 nights now and all day today and Friday. This one is causing me the most grief because I cut that groove in it thinking it was going to help. It has, but like I can still see it. And this is all the farther I've got to. I got a bunch of cracks patched up. Trying to patch up all the cracks that were around here and that pinhole underneath here from the old hood pins. And then I'm gonna scuff the whole hood, and I actually found some primer from my truck that I painted. So we're gonna use a real gun and spray primer on this. I haven't done that in years. It didn't turn out well last time, so we'll see how it goes. That wasn't my original plan. My original plan was to epoxy these cracks and then just scuff the whole hood because that would be clear. I'm just gonna prime it just to be safe so these spots don't show through. And then I'm gonna scuff it, and then we're gonna put up my inflatable paint booth. I've literally have been doing this all day. So my buddy Shane stopped by again. You might have seen him in previous videos, and he helped me fix all the stuff that I did incorrectly, pretty much redid it all. And then he showed me this really cool trick where you take primer or any other spray paint and you can throw it on the spots that you've been working on, and it'll show you anything that you might have missed. So we did that. Then I proceeded to sand down the entire hood, and we're almost ready for paint now. I don't know what I'm doing, but maybe it'll look good from 20 feet away. That's convenient. I need an adult. I need an adult.
You're an adult.
Wait, I am an adult. See, I do know something. I just don't know how to spray properly. Ooh. Last time I did this, I don't know. Well, my eyelashes were blue the last time I painted. Okay, I am ready. Oh yeah. Went all right. Wrong tip, and Shane set the gun up for me, so wrong tip and 4-year-old primer. It's really clumpy, but we're gonna sand it down and then before we paint. Unfortunately, I have aerosol. After doing this, I wish I would have bought the real paint, but I already paid for it, so can't go back now. Okay, we are back for day number. I don't know how long this project has been going on for. I'm going insane. Gonna be wet sanding. Since the primer came out a little thick and chunky, I used some old primer. Just gotta knock down all the high spots and stuff, smooth it all out, and then we can paint. I'm gonna use one of my sanding blocks, wrap this little guy around it. You can use adhesive stuff, it works better. And then you're gonna spray her down. I got a little soapy water. And I would prefer to do 800 right here, just so it'd be done a little faster, but I'm out of 800. All I have is like 6 sheets of 1,000 left, so might take a little longer. We're just gonna start from there. I ended up using all 5 cans of blue. I think I ended up with 4 or 5 coats, and then I did one perpendicular to the other ones that I was doing, hopefully to prevent tiger striping and to get a more even blue finish. Then I used some 2K clear. This you have to put a thing in the bottom, and it's a 2-part activator. So then I just sprayed about 3 or 4 coats of that on there, and everything went pretty swimmingly. Now that I've done this a handful of times, stuff starts to go a little bit better. All right, day number, I don't remember. It's been a while. We're gonna go check it out. Paint was curing overnight. All right, and it looks like there is some tiger striping. Oh man. It's like only when you look at it at a certain angle though. All right, so I didn't wet sand anything yet. It looks decent from this. Yeah, I can fucking see it. I don't know, maybe it'll be different in the sunlight. You can kind of see the light to the dark in a couple spots. I don't know. I finished this at like 7 or 8 o'clock last night. It's 11 the next day. I hope that doesn't show up as much as I think it's going to when it's done. Only thing left to do now is wet sand and buff this, but it's still curing, so I'm gonna wait 24 hours. In the meantime, I'm gonna restore the headlights, maybe install the front marker lights. Let's get to it. Gonna fix that. Sandpaper. Smokey the Bear is here. To restore these headlights, I ended up doing a couple passes of 600, wiping it down in between, then a couple passes with 800, also wiping it down in between, and then a couple passes of 1000 before I grabbed some of the leftover 2K clear to put a couple coats on top of it. And of course, I did a fantastic job of filming and doing the thing at the same time. Gotta love it. It's not perfect, but I mean, that looks way better than this bullshit. That looks so good. Hell yeah. It's a little windy. I don't like it. It only took like 3 hours to do both of them. I could have done them a little faster, but just taking my time so they look good. I don't know what I'm doing next. I forget. I think sanding. I don't remember. Something. So I finished painting and clearing this around 7 or 8 p.m. yesterday, and I wanted to give it 24 hours to cure. It is now 11:37 p.m. Labor Day, Monday night. I am done with 600, 1,000, and 1,500. I skipped a few in between, don't fight me. And I'm using my fingers, also don't yell at me. You should use a block or an orbital, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But I want to be able to feel whether I'm doing something or not. It's technically wrong, but I'm gonna do 2,000, wrap this up. I've been sanding for 4 hours now, 4.5 hours, and then we're gonna buff it. All right, I'm about to buff it. You can see some spots where I didn't quite sand enough. It's not perfect, like there's a little bit of speckles through it, here or there. Right here, I didn't sand the primer enough, so it started to peek through the paint. My own fault, lack of prep. You need to stay away from edges, so I sanded through. I didn't quite coat it enough whenever I was painting on the edges. You're supposed to seal those in first, so you can kind of see it peeking through a little bit. Sorry if this audio sounds like shit, the air compressor won't shut up. It is now 12:25. And we're gonna buff it now. Gonna get buff. I think I need to be like 30 pounds heavier to be considered that, but we're going to buff this at almost 1 in the morning. Take it slow, nice and easy. I hope this audio is good. That thing is annoying. Here goes nothing. So I'm sitting here buffing this thing for the umpteenth time, and I'm really struggling. I think the lack of experience is really catching up with me. On my other stuff, I didn't really know what good looked like, and I thought it was good, and it's not. I'm trying to get better at this and move on, and I can't quite get it. It's looking better than it did, but I still can't get all the micro scratches out, and it's really bothering me. I don't know. We're just gonna keep at it.
Hello. I know what y'all are thinking. You're like, Tyler, now that you have poorly buffed this hood that is above you, you can just put it on the car, right? Wrong. I gotta put the front lights on my bumper, and I painted the vents in this blue. Let me show you. They're blue. Thankfully, they just pop out with some tabs. And that one goes there.
It looks a little angry at me right now. The headlights turned out great though.
Nice.
Okay. And after a couple coats of black paint and primer that I just had laying around, we're gonna reinstall these bad boys, and this hood is now officially ready to go. I left the wrench over there. We'll just put them on by hand first. Are these studs longer than the stock ones? That's funny. Not that bad. My phone storage is full, so I hope it got us putting the hood on, because that's like kind of a crucial part. But my buddy Shane stopped by again, and I don't know how many days later into this project, and we were gonna run these daytime running lights. It took us a couple of tries, but we eventually got it.
I'm trying to do this one without taking the wheel off. I got it like halfway in there. Holy shit. Dude, the cable saved it from smacking me in the face. It was literally like that fucking close. Was that recording still? It's doing the thing. It's doing the thing. I rewired it. It's doing the thing. The key is on ignition. Then when I turn the lights on, the headlights on, they stay on. Hell yeah, let's go! All right, now I just gotta politely put this box back on.
So what do you guys think? I definitely think I have some room for improvement on the buffing and remembering to buy enough paint side. Maybe we can remedy that second one with buying real paint and buying an abundance of it. Who knows? I think it turned out all right. It looks kind of light when you look at it, and it looks a little feathery, like it has some striping in it from certain angles. What are you going to do? It was a holiday weekend, and I didn't buy enough paint, so I was pretty well screwed there. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for everybody who helped me out in this video. And let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.